Hi, it's me, Dor, with another sidebar. I just had some final thoughts on Supergirl Season 3. I know, you're probably really sick of hearing me talk about Supergirl Season 3, especially after my last rant. I miss Cat Grant. I'm just gonna say it. I miss her. I really enjoyed Callista Flockhart in the role. I hadn't seen Callista Flockhart do, God, I don't know, anything since Ally McBeal. It was really nice to see her on the screen again, and it was really nice to see her in such a powerful and wise role. In Supergirl, it's great that she can punch through walls. That's fantastic. It's great that she can fly. It's great that she is basically Superman with tits, because let's face it, that's all she is. They just said, how can we get the girls? I know, we'll make a carbon copy of Superman, give it boobs and a vagina, and call it a day. It's really kind of sloppy. I mean, they had the opportunity to do anything with these characters because it's based on DC characters, not necessarily based on the comics. It's a totally separate universe, so they had the chance to do anything with her. And instead they just continued with the carbon copy storyline. Cat Grant added something different. She brought in wisdom, she brought in logic and experience. She kept Supergirl grounded, and she kept her own person. She allowed Supergirl to grow and become her own thing, and to do her own thing, and gave her some really tough life lessons, both as Kara Danvers and as her super persona. And I felt that that was just truly, truly important, and I really missed that this season. I feel like people either really like or really hate Callista Flockhart's character in it, but I personally am a big supporter of Cat Grant. I loved it. I felt like they were lessons I needed to hear myself, particularly the lesson where she had been talking to Supergirl about having it all. And Supergirl's trying to have it all at the same time, and Cat tells her, no, that's not how you do it. You have to do one thing at a time. First I grew my business, then I had a family, and then I became this. So there you go, and now I'm exploring other options. And it was really great to see that Cat had taken her time and worked her way through each of those steps, and I think that's something that's very important for all women to remember. You can have it all, you just can't have it all at once at the same time. So Lena Luthor, awesome. I don't think that she replaced Cat Grant completely. I feel that that's what they were trying to do, was to fill the void that Cat Grant had left when her character was taken off of the show. However, I did love Lena. I love her spunk, I love her brilliance, I love how witty she is, and I love that she brings another side to the story, which is fantastic. My favorite part about Lena is her ability to stand up to Supergirl and tell her what a big hypocrite she's being, and to let her know that her God complex is getting in the way of her better judgment. I love that Lena does that. It's really, really important. That's one of the things I always hated about Superman. He's not my favorite because he's very self-righteous. He definitely has a God complex, and he's very, it's my way or the highway sort of guy. And I hate that. I think he's extremely manipulative, and I think he tries to shame people into doing what he wants on a regular basis. And Supergirl follows that. One is a man and one is a woman. That's it. There's no originality there. They're both reporters in the same field. One's not like, oh, an on-TV reporter. Oh no, they're both print journalists. They both wear the glasses, and I get why they wear them. They gave like a scientific explanation as to why they wear them, so I get it. But they are carbon copies. Supergirl is literally just there to appease the female fans, which is kind of ridiculous, but whatever. I love that Lena will just verbally slap her down whenever she's getting a little too big for her britches. And I love that Lena always gives the other side of the argument. This whole, I get to be impermeable to everything, and I get to call you public enemy #1 if you have even the tiniest bit of kryptonite on you, that is absolutely ridiculous, and I find it completely infuriating. We have seen on multiple occasions when it comes to her and Superman, they go crazy in the event they come in contact with red kryptonite, and it always seems to find them. We've also seen their brains get taken over by magic. We've also seen that there are other Kryptonians out to destroy Earth or take over Earth, and I think the Luthors, Martian Manhunter, and Batman all having a just-in-case scenario is brilliant. I think it's smart, and I think it absolutely should happen, and I think that Superman and Supergirl need to get over themselves because now they're putting themselves before Earth. And since they had sworn to put Earth first, they should probably take into consideration that there are circumstances that come up that they can't always anticipate or plan for. And this has been the case in various comic books in this show, as well as other Superman related movies and shows, and numerous times did we actually need the kryptonite to protect ourselves from them or people who had their powers but different mindsets towards humans. I think Supergirl hardcore needs to get over herself, and I applaud the writers for allowing Lena to tell her that she needed to get over herself.
It's okay for us to be hit by bullets, but she can't be hit by anything. Just infuriating. Infuriating. I hate that. Oh my god, I just hate it so much. She makes me so angry sometimes!
The other thing that I think the CW writers really got right in this particular season was Lena and James's relationship. I loved their relationship. I love that Lena learns from her experience with her family and actively tries to live a healthy, honest life. I love that she also tries to respect the secrets of her clients, but at the same time is trying to grow and to change as a person. And I love that she and James have that open exchange. I think it's incredible. I think it's something that we can all learn from. It's something that I don't think we see on TV too often. I think it's something that we don't see in TV or movies too often, particularly those whose demographic are female. They seem to think that we all are champions of the confused romantic thing, and that's just not true. I love seeing how logic plays out. I personally learn a lot of life lessons from TV and from movies. I live vicariously through them often, and that is what I base relationship goals on, actually. When I see something that looks healthy and good, I say, yeah, that's the kind of relationship I want. I want that sort of honesty and support. I love that she and James both took really big risks in being honest with one another, and I love that it paid off, because sometimes when you take a risk and you are honest and you trust someone, they'll surprise you. They are the love of your life. I think that they'll understand, and I hope that this is something that we can see continue, not just in Supergirl, but in other shows. Alright, so my final thoughts on Supergirl Season 3 are, I don't know if I'll be watching Season 4. Those of you who are watching Season 4, in the comments below, if you could just let me know if it gets better or gets worse, what you like most about it, what you hate most about it, that would be great, because I don't like having my time wasted. I don't mind wasting my time. I just don't like when somebody wastes it for me. Season 3, there were some good things about it, but not so many that I feel like I need to watch a Season 4. Winn left. I felt like Winn was an extremely important character as far as hope goes, as far as comedic relief goes, and he's been replaced by Brainy. I'm not sure that Brainy can do that. He's a completely different kind of character. I don't think I can watch another season where two strong female characters, so really it's about Supergirl, right? Supergirl's supposed to be the female character on the show, and then we've got her sister, who's a huge supporting character, and then we balance it out with some male counterparts, which is really nice. So we're seeing a lot of different sides there. But really, we've got the storylines of Supergirl, Alex, her sister, and Lena Luthor. And Supergirl's letting me down super hardcore. But it's okay, because we always had Alex, the older sister. Alex, I don't like the message that they're spreading there with Alex. I'm in my 30s, and it really sucks to see Hollywood putting a clock on me. I feel like Hollywood's putting a clock on me, and let's face it, Hollywood, you set trends. You're trendsetters. People look to Hollywood for ideas, for innovation, for how we should live and look and all that kind of stuff. And I feel that the image of women is that all we ever think about are relationships. And did these relationships fail? Were we successful at them? Alex is brilliant. She's a brilliant character who was in med school and is into biology, and she's a kick-ass DEO agent, and she just found out she was a lesbian. We had never heard anything about her dating life before, so I'm assuming that she thought she was straight but wasn't interested in men. She found out she was a lesbian, had one girlfriend, and is now like, oh my god, I'm 30, I need to have a kid right now or it's never gonna happen. And what does she do? She decides she wants to try adopting a child, and the first thing she does is quit her very well-paying job. She didn't look for another job that we know of. She didn't have anything else lined up. Kids are expensive. Adoption is expensive. And this brilliant character just quits her job. But thank God there was a man in her life to make it easier for her and to guide her and keep her from doing something incredibly stupid, which is say, I'm gonna be a single mom without a job. What? Now you've made us look really stupid. I am the first one who will tell you, parents are not logical. Men and women, when it comes to their children, they don't think with their brains, they think with their hearts. Okay, men, they very unrealistically think their daughters are gonna stay virgins until they're 30 and married. And women get to a point where they want to protect their offspring from the world, and so they think the world needs to change to conform to what they think is gonna save their offspring. But men and women, as individuals, without children, are much more logical creatures. And now the message is, even in this supposedly female empowering show, is that not only do we spend all of our time whining about relationships, but now we think we can raise children without a job. And if we are 30, we're old and we're no longer fertile, and we should just consider adoption. She's a lesbian, she's not infertile. She can totally still date other women. Why are you saying that it's this one woman or not at all? I don't like that message, and honestly, I'm not really looking forward to season 4. So I want to thank you all for joining me for another sidebar. I appreciate you sticking with me for all my opinions. It's just these thoughts are so big in my head, and I needed to get them out, so I really appreciate you hanging in there. Please let me know in the comments what you think and please let me know in the comments, what did you think of season 3? What do you think of season 4? Yeah, so until next time, enjoy your shows, enjoy your movies. I look forward to hearing from you guys, and I will see you for another sidebar. Bye, everybody.